All right, so another powerful analysis tool that we have at our fingertips here is called Enrich. Enrich, and I think you're going to get so excited. It's data enrichment. We're going to enrich the layer, and it retrieves demographic and statistics about people, places, and businesses in an area or within a selected travel time or distance from a location. And it essentially does what we just did before was a spatial join. It does a spatial join kind of automatically with features that are available in Living Atlas. And it blew my mind when I first saw this because it's just so cool. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and I'm going to get a little bit of input on what you can do. I'm going to take the layer that I've just created, this join layer, and I want to enrich it. And I can see there's a couple places I can go up here to analysis, or I can go straight to the layer that I'm working with, and there's the analysis button. And I want to go to data enrichment, and I'm going to hit enrich layer. And so the layer that I want enriched is the join layer that I just created. And I can select variables. This is going to blow your mind. I think it is. Look at all the data that we have available to choose where we can, again, I'm trying to add this so I can tell another story. Remember I had some demographic data. I showed you what was in that table. What else might I want to add to try to say what's going on with this COVID story? So these are some of my options. And just off the top of your head, I know you have not explored these, but what are some things that might be interesting out of any of these categories? Anything interesting? Pop it in the chat or take off your mic and speak, please.
Lori, it might help to read some of them off. They're kind of small on the screen, so it's kind of hard to see.
I'm so sorry. Thank you. So I have population, I have income, and remember population and age were in there. Households, I'm not sure what that is. That might be interesting. Housing, health, education, business, race, spending, behaviors, that would be interesting. I don't know. Jobs, poverty, marital status, at risk. I don't know what that is. And again, if I were doing this in earnest, I would have gone to Living Atlas and looked at all the things that are available. I wouldn't just randomly choose these things. So I saw income. Income might be a good one, so let's add income. And in income, I can actually look and see that there's disposable income or food stamps. And it tells me all of the households receiving food stamps. This is from American Community Survey for over the 5 years from 2014 to 2018. Income and housing, let's go back to housing. Let's see what's in there. We have historical housing, we have home value, rent versus own. Let's see. Owner and renter, look at that. There's owner and renter. Okay, so I can add all of these things. Just so you know, when I did this earlier, again, I can go ahead and I'm done selecting my variables. I can do it within a line distance, but I'm not going to. I don't even have to. I can just run the analysis. Again, I want to use my current map extent and run the analysis to show the credits so that I'm not spending too much money. Because if I am eventually working for a company, I want to not waste their money. Oh, they're saying I had to select the variables. I had to click. Okay. And I just select some variables. Okay, so I've selected some variables and then I would run the analysis. I did it earlier, again, because I didn't want to waste your time. And I did health insurance, food stamps, median income, houses below the poverty line. And so here is my enriched layer. And I want to see the table. I want to show you the table so you can see what's in there. So it has all the things that I had before about population and demographics. I'm sorry that this is going a little fast. I want to get to the area where I have average household size. I have married households, married with children, families, average family size, vacant, owner occupied, renter occupied, owner renter. I have going over here. This is the stuff from the COVID, right? Deaths and confirmed cases. I have the health insurance, food stamps, all of that. And why do I want this? Now I can actually go in and remember I can choose things that I want to show. I can add an attribute. I can have the confirmed cases with the number of households on food stamps, and I can compare. And so I can do, I think I'm gonna do color and size. And so this is gonna show me the cases of that are confirmed in color, and then the bigger the circle is, the more households with food stamps. And so this might not be telling the best picture, but it's interesting. Of course, there's going to be more people on food stamps in the Phoenix metro area than up here in Navajo County, but because there's less people, but it might tell the story. There's another thing that I can do, and I can filter the data by going over to here, and it can say, you know, I want to choose that the, I want to go like state is Arizona. This is alphabetical. But the state name is Arizona, so that I can just see the Arizona ones. And it shows me just the Arizona data. I could filter, I can do all kinds of filtering and querying of the data. Yay, Jonah's excited. Yes, it's very exciting. I'm hoping this is getting your brains, again, I got so thrilled with this enrichment, the possibilities, especially because I did used to teach social studies. I'm at the Center for Science Teaching and Learning, but I used to teach social studies. So I was just like, what?